What's up, guys? This is Jesse from SoCal Digital Repair. Today I want to go over the iPhone 11. Had a backlight repair I did yesterday and I discovered something interesting, so kind of want to go over that and also experiment on this board, on this donor board I have, to see what happens. So let's see. All right, we have 10 views, 10 viewers. So looks like we're getting started. Okay, so I had an iPhone 11 come in for no backlight. It happened after a screen repair, and I suspect what happened was, so you can see here the board, the two screen connectors. I think one like LCD, the other one's touch, are up here. The battery goes here, and then you can see the posts for the shield goes here. So what happens is the cable lays like this, essentially blocking the battery connector. So I'm pretty sure what's going to happen very often is, like, some techs don't know what they're doing. They'll leave the battery plugged in, they'll unplug the battery, do the screen repair. When they put on the new one, they'll like fiddle around trying to line it up, and then like shorts or bridge some connections that shouldn't, and you'll blow a backlight filter. So on this particular model, the backlight filters are under this shield. Let me show you. So there's like a small little shield on here, right? So you got to use some hot air to take it off. So part of the problem is the shield is different. There's the shield lays flat all the way around, and then the solder is high temperature, so you got to use a lot of heat to take this off. So one thing is that this iPhone 11 is actually a sandwich design. So if you look at it here, let's see if it focuses. All right, so here goes. So this is the board, but it's actually a sandwich. So there's the top layer, the interposer, and then the bottom layer. So what you can imagine is you have this shield up here, and then when you're applying heat, you're trying to pull up, but at the same time the solder that's on the sandwich part is actually low melt. So it's very easy for the solder to get liquefied, and then you might have a chance to separate the sandwich trying to take off the shield. So I actually want to experiment with that and see if that actually can happen. So let's see. So there's actually another shield on this other side that is basically the same design, kind of. You can see it. You see it's all laying flat across it. So I want to see what happens if I use like a regular board holder, like one of these, to hold this sandwich. Let's see. Looks like we got 20 views, but no more. Who else is watching? Leave a comment. So this board holder will hold the board, but imagine trying to apply heat on this shield right here on this side, and then accidentally separating the sandwich. So let's just try it, see what happens. So let me change cameras here. There you go. Okay, let me get you guys closer. All right, that looks like a good angle. Okay, so all right, so here is the other shield I was talking about. So over here is the backlight circuit. There's a Hydra, I guess, some speaker amps. But there's another shield here that we could practice on or experiment on. So let me take off this foam sticker first. Okay. And then there's a, so this is actually the NAND right here. This is a shield. So let me get this, cut the sticker so it doesn't block us. By the way, this is the only iPhone 11 board I have. So I'm basically destroying it for science. Yeah, you can see this is the NAND. And then some other similar shield, looks like. Alright, so how should I tackle this? Can you guys see there's there's like no opening on here. It's all flat. So first let me start off by cleaning the underfill around the edges. So what I do is I usually put it like at 250 Celsius with 65 air. So let me just warm it up using an X-Acto blade. This is number 11 X-Acto blade. So essentially I'm just clearing this out so it doesn't get in my way. It doesn't like impede my my attempt to pull off the shield. So what time is it where you guys are watching? It's about to be 11 p.m. here in California, in LA. I'm assuming you guys are in different time zones. Alright. Okay, so, oh, there's some heavy stuff on this side. Now let me pull this off. Alright, so just, oh crap. A little bright. Let me see what I can do about that. Alright, so I'm gonna go to, let's try 275. So there's some like heavy underfill on this side. So let me clear that out first as well. Hey Raphael. Who else is in here? Derek, Chris. Let's see. ProFixer has commented. Whoever that guy is. I didn't know this stuff was going to be here, so it kind of messes up my flow. But I'm doing this live. Never tried this before. And I don't think anyone else has. Try to pull off the shield and see if the sandwich separates. But I think I might have to go higher. Let's do 290. Yeah, I got this board holder on AliExpress. I think I paid like $30, $35, including shipping. I just like randomly came across it, and I really like it because it has two independent, like, I don't even call it like tracks of holders. So it's perfect for chips, for iPhone X or 10, just because of the weird, shape of the board. I think it can hold pretty much anything. Let me know if you guys can't see or hear or whatever. Try to fix it on the spot. And if you guys wouldn't mind, share this live feed on your wall or in different groups, so we get more people in here. All right, so it looks like I cleared all that stuff. So, all right, so like everything around this thing is clear. There's nothing gonna get in our way. Hopefully, let's see. So, all right, let's go for it. So I'm gonna try. So what I did on the other shield, I did 400 Celsius. I think I did like 110 air, and I used the hook tool from Kian Lee, however you say it. Actually, let me go a little higher. Let's go to 415. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull from one of these holes up here. See what happens. Hold on, let me focus the camera. There you go. All right. So here we go. You guys watching? Let's see. So let's see. All right, so I have the hook in this hole and just going in circles. The idea is, or we're wondering, is the sandwich going to separate? You have to pull up on the shield, which means just pulling up on the top layer of the sandwich. All right, I can feel the shield actually lifting. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So the sandwich did not mess up, as far as we can tell so far. So let's let it cool down for a second. Yeah, like I was saying, this thing is pretty cool. Has 2 independents, and then also it has on this side, you can actually put chips on here. So while we wait for the board to cool down, let me show you this. So on this end, so let's say you have like a, oops, I dropped it. Let's say you have a CPU. Basically, it could hold any chip. So yeah. Anyways, back to this. So let's take a look. Oh, look at that. You guys see that? Yep. So looks like it's going to damage some boards. You can see it actually separated. So now picture you have a tech who's not that experienced with sandwich boards, and they're trying to take off a shield. They don't know how to handle this properly. They're gonna screw up the board, which means well, it's good for me because I could do some of this stuff. I haven't done an 11, but I suspect if I could do the 10 and 10s Max and all those, I suspect it'll be very similar. Can you guys see that? See how there's a giant gap? Let's see. It goes like almost halfway across. So yeah, it's very dangerous. How about I split the board? Let's see. So yeah, just real quick. When I was fixing the backlight, it was actually these two filters. There's a filter here and a filter here that blew. And the way I found it is I have this board was a known good before I messed with it. And there is an open line, I believe, on this pin and this pin, like 2 and 5. And since there's nothing on DXW as far as diode mode readings, I just had to guess and I figured it out. But yeah, I made an Instagram post about it. Go check it out. All right, so you know what? Let's just separate this board since we're here. Oops. All right. So what do you guys think? If you guys do any micro soldering, you think you'll be able to do these sandwich boards? Does it concern you? At first, I was a little worried because it seemed a little too advanced for me, but I literally spent like a whole Saturday from like the morning till like 2 a.m. Trying to master it on this one board for a customer, and after that I kind of perfected my technique, and now like I'm at like 99% success rate. I'm like pretty much confident every time that I'm gonna nail it. All right, so let's just separate the sandwich, see what it looks like inside. I guess to start off, let's see what's in here. See if we recognize any chips. No idea what that is. No idea what that is. I know that's like a speaker amp type of chip. Appears to be the same model number as the 10s Max. There's a few others over here. There's Hydra, another speaker amp. There's the backlight chips right here. These two right here. I don't know what that is. All right, so let's split this open. So I have no idea what temperature to use. I assume it'll be pretty much anything. We'll split it open at this point. So on this end, let me focus. All right, so I'm just gonna heat around the perimeter. So this end right here is already split open. So I can get my tool in there. I can just gently apply upward pressure. And the key to any of this, you always want to keep the nozzle moving. I don't know why, but I feel like that always gives me good results. Sometimes you just do this stuff so long, you kind of know what feels right, and that feels right. Oh, there, feel it moving. Check it out. We got our sandwich open. Alright, let's check out what's in here. So, let's see if I can recognize any of these. It's an ST chip, no idea what that does. Never seen it. No idea what that does. That's the CPU. Here, let me clean it off. Okay, there we go, the A13 processor. Alright, so there's PMIC, giant apple logo. So this chip right here is actually, I looked it up before, this is actually the previously known as Tigris, last generation, the 10S Max XR. It was called Yangtze or something like that. So I would expect this would be very common to replace, especially for charging issues or no power. So keep that in mind, it's inside the sandwich. So if you're gonna be doing this stuff, you should really master your sandwich repairs. Okay. This one down here looks like the audio IC. Kind of hard to see. Let's see. This might be a boost IC. Some RF chips. But yeah, that's the top layer. Then bottom layer. Yeah, a bunch of RF stuff. So if you have any kind of signal issues on the 11, it could be a sandwich issue. If because the CPU is on top, so that's where everything talks to. So if this chip, for example, like any of these RF chips, can't talk to the CPU through like this interposer, then it'll have like searching or no signal. So let's take this stuff off. Is there anything specific you guys want to see? Let me know. I am monitoring the comments. Let me know if you guys even find this useful. This is my first time ever in an iPhone 11 inside a sandwich, so I'm going to start buying up all the preheaters and stencils, jigs. Alright, let's see, what is this small chip right here? Oh, you know what? It's probably baseband PMU. It's essentially the power chip for, yeah, looks like it. I just assume based on the previous generations, they all kind of have the same look. Yep. And then this bigger chip right here looks like an Intel baseband CPU. So yeah, definitely expect some searching, no service on these iPhone 11s. So this big gray chip, you guys can recognize it, is the Wi-Fi chip. So yeah, so grayed out Wi-Fi, sandwich issue. Oh, you know what? I think I was wrong. I think this is let's see. This is baseband PME. You can see, if you're familiar with it, you can see the little circle. The little circle right here, it's like on every Intel baseband PMU chip. What the hell is this? I think this rectangular chip is, I think, wireless charging. All interesting stuff. This chip looks like a WTR. Some more RF. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now you know, iPhone 11. Expect searching, Wi-Fi, bunch, big disaster. But we'll see. Maybe they designed this board to be a little stronger. Maybe it won't separate as easy, but I definitely expect tech damage. You know, people trying to take off the shield on this thing. So real quick, so if you're, let's see, so this thing sits like that. And if you're trying to pull off the shield, you're essentially going to separate it like that. Let me focus. Yeah, so imagine this is soldered on. You have a shield right here. You're just gonna separate it. So, all right, whoever stuck to the end, I'll give away my secret how I remove the shield. It's pretty, you know, rudimentary, but it worked. Let me focus. And if you don't do board level repairs, you know, I do offer B2B prices. Just send me a message. Go to my website, socaldigitalrepair.com. You could contact us there as well. But yeah, so here's the secrets. A 2-inch by 2-inch steel block. It's available on Amazon. I'll post a link in the description somewhere. But what you do is you essentially set it down like that. And what happens is, let's see. Yeah, so with the steel block holding it down, and then just like I did earlier, I hook one of the holes on top of the shield. So let me grab it. So essentially I hook into one of the holes and I pull up. Also I will run solder. I'll put some flux and solder like wherever I can reach the iron. So you can see it's kind of crowded here, but you know, I would just put blobs of solder like right here, and then right here I couldn't. I think I got some like right here, and then a bunch right here, and like along this side. Essentially, the solder helps lower the melting temperature. So doing that, and then the combination of the steel block, I just hooked it and then pulled up, and then used hot air directly on the shield. Was able to separate. I was able to take off the shield without disturbing the sandwich. So earlier we saw a big gap. When I did it, there wasn't. So yeah. Let me know if you guys found this useful. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share the video, tell your friends, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.